Shalom. I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash, coming at you with a quick lesson, in the hopes to edify the lost sheep. Coming to point out, the type of spirits, that we got in Israel, man. Rejects, man, reprobates, some of those same, spirits that rejected Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Then we're going to get straight into some scriptures, man. Salakia. All right, so, as we can see, man, this is just one of many spirits that we got, in Israel and against Israel, man. These type of, rejects, man. It was forewarned that, these type of spirits were going to come about. They always been about, but, more than ever, they're going to start, coming against his word in these times, man. These are the perilous times that was, spoken about it in, the second book of Peter. This is straight up, confusion, man. He's confused, man. This boy God is wearing a dashiki with a MAGA hat, man. What kind of confusion is that, right? That's double-minded, man. What do you represent, A double-minded man is unstable in his ways, man. But without further ado, let's get into these scriptures, man. We're going to kick it off with the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 4. Select it, start at verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the Father fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. Right? So in these last days, man, it scoffers everywhere, Whether they in the comment section on the YouTube page or, walking up to you in the streets and denying the things that you're trying to, get them to realize that you're trying to teach them. That whether it's wanting to believe the laws are not done away with, or it goes on and on, man. Someone who's scoffing is gonna be, resisting to receiving the word, man. Continuously missing the points, continuously, grasping the things that they want to hear, and the other things are going in, one ear and not the other. That's a scoffer, man. All right. Let's read on. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Right? Because that brother's lost, man. Like I said, he's wearing a damn MAGA hat and a dashiki. That's unstable, man. That shows confusion. Right? So he's a lost cause, man. And the gospel is hid from him. And it's hid from him on purpose, man. Let's read on verse 4. In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. See? Like I said, he's making fun of the prophets, man. The men of the Lord that's out there, risking their lives to do this work, day in and day out. He's taking it amongst himself to make a video, mocking and laughing, pointing his finger and talking down on the prophets, man. The man that's striving, for perfection and righteousness, man who's striving to get the kingdom, man. And he's taking it amongst himself to laugh at him. Right? Let's get that again. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. Right? This is basically plain as day telling you, man, the Lord is blinding them on purpose. Right? Because they believe not. Let's read on. Lest the light of glorious gospel of Christ, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. So the knowledge and the truth is going to be withheld from those that believe not, purposefully, man. Hence them coming up with different doctrines and trying to debunk and denounce, the truth, man. Which is Yahweh not loving everybody, Yahweh putting the Israelites, above everybody else on earth. Him not loving everybody, him not, being the all-loving God, man. These are the things that won't be accepted by the people that believe not, because they're going to come up with their own, doctrines based on how they feel and, off of the things that they can't receive. Right? Let's move on to the second book of Timothy, chapter 4 and verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their lust, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, right? And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables. And the fable is America being made great again. First of all, when was America ever great? Somebody answer me that. At what point can America be restored to that would make it great again? I'll wait. No, I won't, because I'll turn to Dustin Bones sitting up here waiting on that answer. Right? So make America great again, that's a fable, man. That's a false reality. That's not gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. Right? This place is on its way to destruction, man. Right? Let's move on to the First book of John, chapter 2, verse 9. Because it's all this brother's doing, man, is speaking down on his own people, on his own brothers, man. It doesn't matter what, things you disagree with, with your people, man. You're not supposed to, take it upon yourself to laugh and mock, whether you feel like they're right or they're wrong. Right? 1 John 2 and 9. He that said he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now. Right? So he feels like he's in the light, right? Because he's not on the street and what he calls yelling at people and cussing people out and calling people crackers. So he feel like he's in the right. Right? He feels like he's in a position to be able to rebuke or correct someone. Meanwhile, he's coming, carnality. He's coming, in a worldly manner. Trying to belittle and talk down and, differentiate itself from, this heritage, man. When he looks in the mirror, he probably sees a so-called white man. That was hard to watch, man. It's straight up confusion. And that's how people, man. That's the 2/3 though. Because everybody that's of Israel is not of Israel. You got some of those in Israel that's, still having Stockholm syndrome. We got some in Israel that's, still following the ways of the other nations. Right? So they may be of Israel, but their actions, make them a heathen at heart, man. Makes them a Gentile at heart, man. Right? But we understand, man. We're gonna be hated of all people, so it's not a bother to us, right? And this is what the Father said, man. The book of John, chapter 15, verse 18. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you, right? So we knew that, Yahushua, and Yahweh was hated, man. Right? Because if you reject Yahushua, you're rejecting Yahweh. Okay? So if you're rejecting Yahushua, and those prophets that's pushing, the truth and the testimony and the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, then you just a complete reject, man. Right? You hate yourself, man. And that's just as simple as it get. But you got some people that's hating, on the prophets and hating his word because, they still simple, man, and it's been written that the whole world can't receive the spirit of truth, right? So, the simple can't receive that, man. They can't retain, these scriptures. They can't retain the righteousness, of the things that's written therein. Right? Let's move on to John 14 and 15. Slack 14 and 17. Even the spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. Right? So like I said, man, the spirit of truth, man, that Holy Spirit, the world cannot receive it, man, because it doesn't know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They know Jesus Christ, a.k.a. Caesar Borgia, which is the son of Pope Alexander, man, a known, pedophile and homosexual, Let's get that again. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. Right? So it's saying the Spirit of truth gonna dwell with us, man. Those who are actually keeping these laws and striving for righteousness, striving for perfection, man. Right? And while the rest of the world, is gonna keep being simple, you know what I'm saying? They're just gonna continue to be overlooked by the Most High, man. But it's gonna be a lot of times where those same individuals are gonna be trying to seek the Lord, but he's gonna turn his back on them, because of the things that they previously done, man. Scoffing, making fun of the prophets, making fun of this truth, making fun of the beliefs, our faith. Right? The Lord's not gonna forget that, man. Let's get the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22. And it reads, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge." A fool hate knowledge, man. A fool hates to be told anything, man. A fool doesn't deal with logic, man. Only emotion. Emotion and opinions, man. Right? Let's get that again. "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning. And fools hate knowledge." Right? Let's go down to verse 26. "I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh." He's just having the time of his life, man. Sitting back, scoffing, laughing. Laughing at the prophets. Calling them black, supremacists. I heard him say, yeah, y'all probably got a cousin named Junebug or Larry. Yeah, we might do, but shit, we don't fool with that wicked. We don't fool with his wicked ass either. Right along with anybody else who ain't keeping these commandments, man. Right? So he finds that to be funny, that we, quote unquote, just happen to turn to black Hebrew Israelites. First of all, we don't even identify, with black. Black is a damn color out of a crayon box. Right? And it's always some weak, effeminate, clean shave, westernized, church going ass, person that's always got to come against his word and, oh, y'all yelling too much, y'all doing this, y'all doing that, y'all hurt my feelings. Shut the hell up, man. Shut the hell up. This Negro talking about sit down somewhere and shave. Man, this country is finished, man. It's through. It's through, man. Let's get verse 26 again. I will also I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they that hated knowledge, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Right? They hated all correction, man. And the correction came from the mouthpiece, man, which is the prophets. Us being out there on the highways and byways, us dropping these lessons, on YouTube, man. Verse 31. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Right? So basically, they're going to reap what they sow, man. The same energy that they putting out is going to be returned unto their own head, man. right? Let's get Proverbs 18:7. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Right? Let's get that again for edification. A fool's mouth is his destruction. That's really plain as day, man. You've heard the term, the tongue is powerful, right? You know, so be careful what you're speaking, man. You know, because it will be returned on your own head, man. May not be in the moment, may not be next month, next week, next year, but it will be returned onto you, man. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The snare is a trap, man. Right? So like I said, man, you know, whatever a man reapeth, he gonna sow it, man. Right? Let's get the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 27 and verse 28. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. Right? That's that karma. You know. That's one reapeth what he sowed, man. That's heavy, man. Let's get that again. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them. Right? And the lion is patient, man. A lion is very patient. He's not gonna rush anything, man. He's gonna make his move when the time is right. Right? And that's that vengeance, man. Waiting on you as a lion, man, when the time is right. He's gonna creep up on you, you know, and take you by surprise, man. Right? Let's get the book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Right? Woe unto you that are full of yourselves, man. This brother was completely full of himself, man. Full of pride, man. Damn MAGA hat. And he's exalting himself, you know, above, you know, those brothers who's, you know, on the corners risking their life, man. You know, us, man. The prophets, man. He's putting himself above the ones that's, you know, laboring in these streets, man. You know, risking being demonized, man. You know, by our own government. You know, all at the same time while he's promoting the government, man. The ones who don't mean any good by us, man. Confusion, man. Straight confusion. Let me get this one again, man, because, you know, this one is also deep. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall weep and mourn. Right? It's no joke, man. Whatever fruit you bearing, man, is gonna be returned back into you, man. You're gonna have to eat that, man. Right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before before a fall. It's like, so the destruction is waiting on this reject, man. He's already destroyed spiritually. You know, physically is gonna be worse, man. You know, whether it's now or, you know, in the day of the Lord's sacrifice, man. I'm telling you now, man, it's gonna be ugly. You know, and that's just, I mean, that's normal 2/3 behavior, though. We don't expect, you know, nothing else out of, you know, those who may be potential, you know, 2/3. They just, you know, slowly exposing themselves, man. You know, they showing their fruits. Right. You know, pride is one of the most abominable things that, you know, the Most High hate, man. He hates pride, man. Let's go back up to verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Right? Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. So you could be punished alone just for being prideful, man, having pride. Right? We're supposed to be humble, man, in everything. You know, whether we low or high, you know, financially, spiritually, whatever, man, doesn't matter. Whatever status we, you know, maintaining, we supposed to remain humble at all times, man. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, and verse 12. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So that's you know, that goes to show, man, you got something coming for you if you being prideful, man. You know, especially, you know, if you mocking, you know, scoffing at the prophets and the men of the Most High, man. You know, but I'm more than, you know, convinced that this reprobate is of the 2/3, man. You know, it's gonna be burnt by the thermonuclear fire. You know, when you reject the mouthpiece of the Most High, man, you know, which are the prophets, you reject the Most High. And what you think gonna happen, you know, when that sky crack open, man? You've been doing this the whole while. You know. You know, hope this lesson been edifying, man. You know, with that being said, Shalom.